Hey guys, today I wanted to speak about my porn addiction, how it nearly ruined my life, ruined my relationship with my friends and family members, because just getting addicted to something like that at such a young age even messed me up too. I didn't get addicted to it when I was 18 years old. I got addicted to it when I was 12. And I even saw people on Reddit saying they were addicted when they were like 6 years old, which is crazy. But I don't blame them getting access to things like this online from such a young age. It actually messed my brain up so much since I was a kid. Just watching it when I was 12 and just seeing what sex is like on the internet and stuff like that with my unrealistic expectations. I don't know what was really going through my mind just laying in bed experiencing this thing from such a young age, because I didn't really get my sexual thoughts until I was 16 years old. So when I was like from 12 to 16 years old, I wasn't fully addicted. I was still addicted, but when it came to 16 years old to 20 years old, because I'm 21 now, I don't look 21, but that was the time when I got my sexual thoughts and I just started having all these fantasies in my head, and I was like, oh, I'm so addicted. This is the only thing I could think about all day. I just go on, lay in bed, cover myself and just watch it, lock the door so my parents or brother wouldn't suspect anything, and I just touch myself and just pleasure myself to these stupid porn videos, which actually didn't even make me happy at the end of the day, because when I was watching it at 16 years old to 20 years old, I was just doing it 5 times a day. That's how bad it was. Sure, I did it once per day, it was fine. Then I ended up doing it twice, then 3 times, 4 times, just pleasuring myself throughout the day. And that just completely destroyed my energy levels. You know those dopamine spikes you have in your brain continuously? I didn't feel like doing anything. I even texted my friend some day saying I couldn't come out to football, and I loved football, and I just lay in bed rotting, tired, falling asleep all the time, eating so much junk food just to pleasure my brain because of how depressed and sad I felt about life. It was definitely a coping mechanism for me, because I had a bad experience in my lifetime. I had very bad depression and OCD when I was 14 years old. Intrusive thoughts, I get them every 10 seconds now. That's what porn did to my brain. I suffer with chronic OCD now. That's because I watched it since a young age, and horror movies since I was 6. People just getting murdered in horror movies, just seeing that since I was a kid made me think, oh, that's like, this is normal to watch as a kid. And it just messed up with all my hormones and my brain and my growth development. That's what I think, and I hate myself now for it. I'm suffering the consequences. I use ChatGPT as my therapist, which is even more sad, using AI, something who doesn't even have human-like emotions. How do I deal with my OCD thoughts? What should I do whenever I get a craving to watch porn? Thankfully, my porn addiction is much more better now. I'm trying to exercise, eat healthy, creatine, running around, taking supplements, going to bed on time, but just porn mainly in my teen years just completely nearly destroyed my relationships, because I stopped hanging out with my friends. I didn't text them as much anymore, seeing how they were like when I really cared about them. Porn literally took over my brain into thinking I don't care about my friends anymore. The only thing I care about is watching sex videos on the internet and just making my brain go wild and getting dopamine spikes, and just basically being a sore loser and a bum, just laying at home all day, sweating, not getting enough sleep, not eating the correct food, just binge eating all the time. This was definitely a coping mechanism for me, like I said, and it was mainly a way to deal with my guilt. I had lots of friends in my lifetime who I was toxic to. I used to be a bully at one point when I was 16 years old. This guy, there was some stuff going on between us. We both hated each other, but I would say I wasn't really a good friend. And when I was growing up, I was always such a good person. And maybe not in kindergarten or primary school, as we say it too, when I was a little boy, but I'd say I was generally a good person. I really cared for people. Whenever I saw something that I did bad in my lifetime, I was literally going in shock. I got intense guilt, which I would feel for years actually at a time, for the same things over and over again. I didn't know how to process my emotions enough. Porn was literally a way just to get rid of that feeling, because when I would just fantasize and pleasure myself, the dopamine feeling would actually last a bit longer in my brain, take myself away from reality, just staying on my phone all day, having my parents cook for me, and it was just a sad life. I didn't spend much time with my mom, my dad, my brother, because I just thought this was the only thing I enjoyed in my lifetime. And Doing it 5 times a day was ridiculous. It completely destroyed my energy levels. Guys, I really don't recommend it to anyone. If you're gonna watch porn, then they say all do it in moderation, but we know that doesn't work, because anything with a fat dopamine spike in our brain would instantly get addicted to, trust me. We think we can control it or have it better, but no, once we're in bed and we're at that feeling where everyone's asleep, I can do whatever we want, we're definitely going to be probably watching porn if we were thinking like we could control ourselves. But no, guys, all I'm saying is porn, just stay away from it as much as possible. If you want to explore yourself, then just use your imagination. I highly don't recommend watching porn. It just kills your imagination, kills your dopamine levels. The way I managed to get through it, like I said, is eating healthy, eating the right foods, going to exercise every day, having something to do in my spare time too, like making YouTube videos now. If I wasn't making YouTube videos, I'd probably be still addicted to watching porn and stuff. And if I was still addicted to porn, my life would have been hell right now. I would have never ever went outside. My mental health would have been completely destroyed. It made me suicidal so many too at my points in life. I wanted to take my own life too, because I just didn't enjoy anything anymore. I felt like a sore loser. I never felt like I could get a job. I never felt like anyone cared about me. I had so many friends that left me. Maybe it was because of my toxic traits, but some just left me for completely absolutely no reason. I had so many people that used me in my lifetimes. Yeah, I was like, if porn is the only way to deal with it, then I'm just gonna use that to deal with it. And if I can't use that to deal with it, then I'm just gonna binge it with food. And if that's not left, then cigarettes don't make me, cigars, they don't make me feel great. The only thing I probably saw is suicide, probably just trying to end my life, but I'm so glad I got out of that feeling. Just switching, getting rid of all your bad habits, getting rid of it, and just switching to everything positive. So many things I changed into positives. That just completely helped me so much. Trying to spend time with my family. I'm very close to my mum, so if I want to go with walks with my mum, then I'll ask her and she'd definitely come and then we'd speak. That's a great thing to do. Asking my friends if they want to play football, getting sunlight, sweating, feeling great, having a shower. Those are the best feelings in the world. Just porn will make you an absolute bum, and anyone going through this, I can understand what you're going through. You're using it to cope, but guys, the more you use it to cope, the more you're gonna need it over time, and then the more you need it, and then your brain's just gonna get worse. You're not gonna feel it. You're gonna feel like literally a zombie in bed. You won't have any energy to even get up in the first place. You'll feel completely drained. So guys, to all of you, you guys can get through this. Anyone watching this video, you guys can definitely get through a porn addiction. Like I said, just switching all to good habits, eating healthy, lots of fruits and vegetables, cutting out sugar, going for exercise, finding a hobby or skill you can do in your spare time. When you crave that energy to do something, you want to be successful in your lifetime, you want to make money, have a good future yourself. When you think like this, then porn is just going to completely go out the window, because you're going to be like, oh, if I go back to porn, then that's all out the window. Then I'm not going to have a future, because I'm going to feel like a bum. I'm not going to feel like doing anything. And literally, you guys also need to, I know this same goes to girls and women too who are watching these videos. If you guys watch men on porn, or if us guys watch women on porn, you need to stop seeing the other gender as an object. For me, instance, I tried speaking to more women in general, outside and online too, and just seeing their personalities, seeing that what all of them are going through, they're just basically like us. They're all dealing with these mental health issues like we are, guys. They're just like us. They're humans like us. They eat food like us. There's literally nothing different. And they have it harder with pregnancy and periods, of course, and stuff like that, and so many other issues. I don't know, and I don't want to comment because I don't know much anything about it. But just seeing the mindset that women are actual humans instead of objects helped me really make me more confident, easier to approach them in public, speak to them when I'm at university or outside or something. And when I stopped seeing them as objects and just seeing them as humans, and I was like, oh, porn, I'm just watching her just to see her as an object, but in reality she's a human with emotions. That helped me really quit porn too. And women are human beings like us. I tried to stop viewing them as objects as much as possible, and that helped me a lot too. Yeah, I'm just scared just thinking about what if I carried on watching porn? Where would my life be right now? It would have been much worse. My life isn't even great right now because, like I said, I'm suffering consequences like depression and stuff. I'm trying to exercise and eat healthy. Sure, I'm doing that. And it's much better, thankfully. Guys, definitely do this stuff, do these good habits, but I'm still struggling deep down with mental health and depression. Every day I sometimes get suicidal thoughts which I don't feed at all because I don't want to go down that path in my life, because I know if I do that I'll hurt people around me and potentially my bright future ahead of me. So I'm definitely not going to do that. But yes, if anyone of any age, anyone watching this video, if you're thinking about watching porn, then realize that you have so much potential in life. You have so much energy when you wake up in the morning to have a good breakfast. Use that energy to work hard, study hard, screw that stupid dopamine spike, because all these people on porn, they don't care about you. The only thing they want is for you to get addicted so they can make a ton of money, and you're in bed wasting your life away and potentially take your own life in the future because you got addicted to that content. People like me, I care about you guys because I know how bad these people are above us. They're not even above us, they're below us, because they're using these evil methods to take over our brains and make us addicted every single day, making millions of pounds, billions of pounds from this, guys. You know how evil that is? Actually, makes me angry, but you guys can get through this. You guys deserve a future. Start speaking to women more often, or girls if you're addicted to porn, and speak to guys more often. See that all of us, we're human beings. We all have bright futures ahead of us, and we're not going to let these evil people ruin our lives just for pleasure. A small amount of pleasure which will last a couple of minutes, and then your instant day will be ruined just like that. Is it worth it? No. If you can stop that craving, when you get a craving, if you instantly switch to something else. I'm going to play a video game instead for 5 minutes. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to eat something healthy. Then everything is going to start getting better after that. You guys need to believe in yourself, have some motivation. And I promise you that one day when you don't watch porn, then the 2 days you don't watch porn, then the 3 days, everything is going to start getting better after that. Guys, please stay strong, and you guys can all make it, I promise you. And if you guys want to comment in the video saying what you're struggling about, then I'll comment down below, try give the best response I can give. I'll reply as soon as possible, and you guys deserve to be happy.